Hi, and welcome to Coffee with Connie. Today, my guest stars are Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations, also Trish with the Purple Yarnivore. So I have two guest stars today. So how are y'all doing today?
Pretty darn good. Good.
Awesome. So, if anybody is here, leave a comment. Let us know that you're here. And I also want to welcome those that will be watching on replay. And if you do watch the replay, leave us a comment. Let us know you watched. Feel free to answer any of the questions that we ask on today's live in your comment too. So, y'all have any plans for the weekend?
I work.
How about you, Cynthia?
Normally on Saturday mornings, I do a farmer's market and sell some of my crochet items. And my friend and her son sell soap and bath soaps and candles. And Mr. Joyful's working this Saturday, because next Saturday is Memorial Weekend. So when he comes home, we have a date to watch the movie Up, the little cartoon movie Up.
Oh,
that's a cute movie.
Hey, Margie, Jody.
Yes. How are y'all doing, Margie and Jody? And what are y'all working on? Jody says she's crocheting a scarf for wings. Nice. I'm currently crocheting my gnome, and I finally got my yarn in to finish that shawl, that Bonnie Bay crochet shawl pattern that I had ran out of yarn on. So I got that yarn in finally. And with knitting, well, I wouldn't really say I've been knitting on my shawl too much. I keep messing up. Like this week has not been a good knitting week. And it's like, and luckily, I have my lifeline in place. But one day I was working on it and I left off 3 stitches. So I had to go back to my lifeline. Then I finally get that situated, and I ended up starting back, and I was doing the wrong row.
Oh no!
I was halfway done with the row. So I had to tear all that out.
I'm sorry.
So my Knitting Friday video tomorrow, I may have less progress than I did the previous week. The rate I'm going. Let's see.
You have progress. You just can't see it.
We have Ray and Julia that joined us. How are y'all doing? And also Pam too. How are you doing? And what are y'all working on? And Trish, Margie wants you to message her your mailing address.
Okay.
And Julia's working on a Tunisian blanket. Yeah.
Oh.
That's something I want to learn.
I think Tunisian is kind of like knitting, where it's very detailed and they're small stitches, so it's a lot more time consuming than just regular crocheting. So kudos to anybody who could do Tunisian crochet. I mean, it's a little faster than knitting, but it's definitely a slower process than just, your typical crochet. So, kudos to you.
Like the little bit that I've watched of tutorials, to me, it looks like it's a combination of crochet and knitting.
Yeah, that's how I think of it too.
But I definitely want to learn. Next year, I want to do my temperature blanket doing Tunisian. And Morgie just made some stitch markers to send us happy mail. Awesome. And and Roberta's here too, and Amy. How are y'all? And what are y'all working on? And Ray says, finished my wizard student hook poncho, starting a new project. I guess for her. Oh, okay, I got it. For her soon to be born niece. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go. You were saying something, Trish?
I was gonna share. It's still in the editing process, but I just got this in my Crochet Society box, and look at what it is. And the little bag is so cute. I don't know if you can see it really well, but watch what comes out. I'm so excited. And it's purple, no less, but it is a Tunisian hook.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm so excited.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually have my Tunisian hooks already. I just got to learn. And we also have Michelle and Spring that joined us. And Lisa the Grammy. How are y'all? Oh, it's a Dana raid. Awesome. And Julia says, it is like knitting. You take off the hook and then put it back on the hook. Lisa the Grammy's just waking up. You know, the funny thing is sometimes I can be up for like 2 or 3 hours and I still feel like I just got up.
Yeah, I'm feeling that way today. And I've actually had like 2 cups of coffee. I think it just hasn't kicked in yet. But yeah. I'm sitting here thinking, am I awake? am I really awake? Because
this is my second cup.
it's just one of those mornings, I think.
So are you feeling alert today, Cynthia?
Y'all don't want to know the truth about me. Since I had been sick, for all weekend and the first half of this week, I actually stayed up all night catching up on videos on my channel. And so I am drinking ice cold coffee Route 44.
Ooh, I love their Sonic's strawberry lemonade slushies.
Yes.
Ooh, those are awesome.
Yes, yes.
Let's see. We have Wendy, Cindy, Kim, Linda, Brenda, Dana, Michelle, and Zara that joined us. I think I got everybody. How are y'all and what are y'all working on? Amy says working on drinking Dr. Pepper and Granny Squares for Melissa and Daniel's blanket. Nice.
Yes.
And everyone's rating. Dana drove us to your house to visit. Awesome. Thank you, Dana. Zara's knitting a washcloth. And we also have Wanda and Melanie that joined us. How are y'all and what are y'all working on? Okay.
I'm always curious where Wanda is. Where are you at today, Dana? Where are you ladies trucking and driving?
Yeah, inquiring minds want to know.
I actually shouted you guys out last Friday. We had a gentleman come in. He was a client and he's a truck driver. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I know some amazing female truck drivers. But anyway.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let Cynthia and Trish tell y'all more about themselves and their channels for those of y'all that aren't familiar with them. Maybe someone watching a replay, don't know them yet, and y'all might learn something new too. So we're gonna start with Cynthia.
So my name is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations, and I have been a content creator for 2 years now. Just celebrated my 2nd anniversary in March. And my channel started out as just crochet because I wanted to hang out with people that shared the same passion that I do with the art of crocheting. and it has grown a little bit. We now have morning devotions, and soon we'll be starting our Bible study series again. So I'm real excited about that. I've got a lot of folks that are just anxiously awaiting. So it's coming the first Wednesday in June. We're going to be looking at the book of Joshua. And then the other big exciting things that I do on my channel is obviously on Thursdays, I get to join the lovely Trish for the Joyful Yarnivores. And then on Fridays, I have 2 lives, one at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is Cup to Hook Conversations, where we just hang out and talk about what's in your cup and what's on your hook. And then I give anyone who wants the opportunity to come up on the panel and share what's on their hook, talk about their channel if they want. And then after that, we take a short little break, and then we come back and we have movie night. Movie night is just a trivia of 2 episodes that we watch every week. And we are currently doing Call the Midwife. We are in the middle of season 9. And when that finishes, we just recently did a random vote. Everyone voted on what they wanted their next series to be, and it's going to be Stranger Things. I have no idea what Stranger Things is about, but you know what? I didn't know what Call the Midwife was about, or our first series, which was, it just left my head. I was going to say Lonesome Dove, but that's not it. Longmire. That's what happens when you stay up all night. Anyway, you're not as young as you once were, but yeah, we just do trivia, true and false, multiple choice questions off of those 2 episodes, and a couple bonus questions. But the questions, you can earn points, so you can guess. It's fun for those who can't watch, either because their schedules are busy or they are working on a project and they just want to guess. Maybe they don't get the show where they live. So I have a lot of people that come and play and just guess. But anyway, the points earn you tickets. Tickets earn you opportunities to win a grand prize. And every week we add something to the grand prize. And my husband is a part of Friday Night Movie Night. He brings sweet treats every Friday. And he also chooses a mystery question. And whoever won that mystery question gets a small little giveaway. So it's a lot of fun, just hanging out and being laid back and silly. So, but that pretty much sums it up. And then on Saturdays, I do a shout out on all the new people who've joined my channel. And then I usually every Saturday focus on a content creator that's a part of the family, and just kind of help promote their channel, especially if they're a small channel and they're growing. So.
Awesome. And speaking of that, I will be doing my next shout out video next Thursday, the 26th. So if anyone wants shout outs, send me an email, let me know. Or if y'all know of some channels that could use a shout out, especially the smaller channels, let me know that too. And I see we have some new people that joined us. Hello, everybody, and what are all of y'all working on? And now we're going to find out more about Trish and her channel.
Okay, so I am Trish, the Purple Yarnivore, and I started my channel about 1.5 years ago, so I haven't quite reached my 2-year mark yet. And I started out with learning how to do stitch markers. And, you know, once I was done with that, because you can only do so much to teach how to make stitch markers and stuff. So, you know, I wanted to, I would make something and I would post it in a group, and people were always asking for, what's the pattern? Where'd you get that pattern? Can you write the pattern? So I started doing a few tutorials, but you know, I have a busy life. I have a daughter that I raise and a full-time job and everything. So I don't get to tutorials as much as I'd like to. But I do have a new tutorial out on my channel called the Zesty Top. It's really easy make, and it works up pretty quickly, so check that out. But I do tutorials, I do hauls and finished objects and whip videos, and It's just kind of like a mix of all things crochet. And then, like Cynthia said, on Thursday nights, we have the Joyful Yarnivores. And we got that name, the joyful part, because of Cynthia's joyful creations. She brings the joy. And Yarnivore from Purple Yarnivore. And we just thought, hey, that's really a great title. So we do a live every Thursday night, which would be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah. And we just have a blast. We really interact with, people who are commenting and everything. And it's just a really great time. And then I hop on board with Cynthia's Friday night. I don't get to join too much the chat before the movie night, because I am like just getting off work and I got to make dinner and everything. But I participate in the movie night, and that is such a blast. It is so much fun. Like, I get so much laughter from her Friday night movie night, and people from, Australia, and everyone participates, even though not everybody can get Call the Midwife. It's just so much fun to guess. And, sometimes you just got to guess chocolate and be done with the answer. But it is really so much fun. So, yeah, that's pretty much what my channel's about. I want to find time somewhere to actually put my patterns into writing, into a PDF, so I can put them on my Etsy shop. Right now I have a few patterns on my Etsy shop, but it's like maybe 3 or 4 patterns. So I'm hoping to add more to that. But there's only 24 hours in a day. So, it's hard to find the time. But I do have a few patterns in my Etsy shop. And one of them actually is a summer top called Through the Windows. So you can check that out if you want. It's actually been a pretty popular pattern. So
one of my favorite sweaters to wear.
Cynthia was one of my testers, and her sweater turned out fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah. With pattern designing, it's like I always love seeing like what others can create with patterns. But I agree with you though, Trish, there's not enough time in the day. I think 48 hours in a day.
I agree with you.
So now I'm going to share some stuff going on with my channel. Some of y'all may or may not know this, but me and Barbara with Crochet Therapy started a collab live. We're called the Southern Crocheters. And our first live was yesterday.
That's a cute name. I love that.
Yeah, she's from Florida and I'm from Louisiana. So, but yeah, we did do our first live and the topic was gnomes. So next, when we go live, it'll be on my channel the 3rd Wednesday of the month. And y'all can submit pictures of gnomes that y'all have made and we'll show it on the live. Or you can also submit pictures of one of your recent finished projects or even what you're currently working on. And we'll show those pictures. So you can just email your pictures either to me or to Barbara. And next month's topic we're going to be doing is going to be yarn. So, and I also made a playlist that I'm going to have all the Southern Crocheter lives in, and I already put our first live in that playlist to make it easier to find, and it's all in one spot. And I actually did the same thing for the 5 Yarnaholics lives. I think I have all of them in the playlist. But there is a playlist with all of the lives for the 5 Yarnaholics. And let's see. Oh, yeah. And speaking of the 5 Yarnaholics, we're going live Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I think that's pretty much it for announcements. Oh, yeah. Today, one last thing. Today's the last day to enter for my collab giveaway. So the semi-finalists will start getting picked between the 20th and the 22nd. So good luck everyone that entered. So Cynthia, do you have any whips or finished objects you want to show everyone?
The only finished object I have, well, I shouldn't say the only one, but the one I have right here in reach, I'm not going to take credit for it because Trish diverted me to it, and it's from Creative Grandma, but I made my first poof.
Oh, that is
so
cute.
I'm real excited about that. But I do have, I just started these, and I'm hoping this Saturday, while Mr. Joyful's working, to do a tutorial. But I started making these little dresses out of little girl t-shirts using that sachet yarn, that old sachet yarn. I had been making lots of hair scrunchies, but it doesn't take hardly any yarn to make the scrunchie, so I wasn't getting through it fast enough. So I decided to take these t-shirts, and this is like a little paint box t-shirt, and this is hang on, it caught onto my hook. But this is a different type of the sachet yarn, so it makes a different one. And then here's just one more to look at. That's blue.
That's too cute.
But this is more kind of what it looks like, with their body in it. It's kind of hard to hold up, but yeah. And they're so cute. And then currently right now I am working on the wrap for the Joyful Yarnivores.
Awesome. I did notice there's a couple of questions in the chat that I want to address. Dana was asking about if I want everyone to email the link for their drawing videos. Yes. I am doing a playlist that will have all the semi-finalist videos. So those of y'all that are a channel that are participating in it, send me the links to your videos so I can add it.
Connie, when you get a chance, I sent you an email.
Okay.
Sometime this morning, but
I know I had one early this morning, and I did respond back to it.
Oh, you did?
Unless, let me see. Did you send something else?
No, I just sent that one.
Okay.
It was about the collab and running it on my community tab.
Yeah.
So
now,
just let me know, and I will be happy to do that.
Yeah. Like I said, today is the last day, so just maybe say if you haven't entered yet.
Okay.
That will work. And Melanie's asking about how Frank's feeling. He really hasn't had any more issues since he went to the emergency room. Now, yesterday he did get a slight twinge, but it went away. But he's going to the doctor Monday. And for those that don't know, there is a possibility he may have kidney stones.
Oh.
But more than likely, they're probably small if he does, because the CT didn't show anything. Or maybe they're just starting to form. But the other tests they did find a trace amount of blood in his urine. So we don't know what's going on. And
oh, Connie.
So the doctor's, probably going to run more tests when he goes Monday. So hopefully they get to the bottom of it.
Kidney stones can be so painful depending on their size,
but yeah, he's had like 2 episodes. At first we thought he was having a side effect from the medicine the doctor gave him for his back, but it came back again, and he was like, I don't know what's going on, and then that's where they ran the those tests on him. So hopefully they get to the bottom of it, and hopefully it won't be too bad for him.
Well, prayers to Frank.
What's that?
I said prayers to Frank.
Thank you, and thank y'all everyone for the prayers. And I also see we have Dorla and Dana with Triple C that joined us.
Hello.
And how are y'all, and what are y'all working on? And welcome to everyone else that has joined us. I've been trying to greet people in the chat as I see them join in. But yeah, welcome everyone. Let us know how you're doing today, what you're working on. Okay, so Trish, do you have any finished objects or whips you want to show everyone?
Yes, I did just finish a blanket. Unfortunately, I'm sitting on it right now. But it's basically a blanket that I made for my day bed. It's like a single or twin size, and it's like 3 shades of purple, 3 different shades of purple. So I finished that, and I'm working on the top from the Crafty Yarn Owl Darla. I got it's her newest one. For the love of yarn, I can't think of the name of it, but I got the bottom half done, and now I just got to make the strap, and I am using the Hobie butterfly yarn, and this is the colorway. Well, they only put numbers and not actual colors. Color number 2. So it's the butterfly yarn, and this is how the color works up.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
That is pretty.
So I just have to make the straps for it. It's very soft yarn. It is so soft. And then I'm working on a summer, like a top, and it's using Kobu yarn. And I'll show you the top without showing you the pattern. It's from the Selena Baca book, Crochet in a Weekend, 29 quick to stitch sweaters, top shawls, and more. I got it on Amazon.
Awesome.
And
I love Selena Baca.
I do too. But it's basic. It's just called Kobu top. And, it's a really meshy kind of lacy top. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what I'm working on right now. So I'm working on the bottom half of it. It seems huge, but I'm hoping that it's not gonna, when I put it on, it's not gonna look as huge as it does while I'm working on it. But for some reason, I think it's just me, but any Selena Baca pattern I do turns out really huge, even if I'm using the exact same yarn, even if I'm using the exact same crochet hook. But even if I use like a size up on the crochet hook, I go down 2 sizes on the pattern to make up for it. But all my projects, even when I do a gauge swatch, they all turn out huge when I do her patterns. So I've learned that I really have to make some adjustments. But the Kobu top, I really like the design of it. It's quick and fast to work up. Like it says, in a weekend. I mean, in a weekend, if that's the only pattern you're working on. I mean, if you're working on 5 projects, you probably won't get it done in a weekend. But yeah, that's the 2 tops. And the blanket I just finished. I have a knit blanket that I got from a knit kit from Mary Maxim, but I just kind of work on it off and on, you know? It's like I want to say it's like a broken rib stitch or something like that. But yeah. And every now and then I squeeze in the Bag O' Day granny squares with the Sesame Street characters. So, yeah.
You know, one thing I find with crochet, usually like if it's like single crochet stitch or double crochet stitch, usually I have to do like less rows than like what the pattern calls for, like especially in a beanie. But half double crochet, I'm the opposite. For some reason, I have to do like more rows with half double crochet.
Uh,
And you would think it would be like, you know, consistent, but for some reason, that stitch, I guess my tension's tighter on. I don't know. So we have,
I'm a very tight crocheter, and mine still came out really large.
but everyone has like different tensions and
yeah. I
love
feel
it.
like I feel like I'm kind of in the middle, like not a loose crocheter, but not like a tight crocheter. I've tried crocheting a bit tight, especially when I was making the buff puffs, which I'm kind of addicted to. And my hand would start to get really sore and cramp up. And since, you know, I'm a knife holder, it like really hurts right in here after a bit. But yeah, so I'm not a loose crocheter. So I'm just like, why do these come out so huge? Like, I just feel like if you're gonna have a pattern of multiple sizes, like does she have people of multiple sizes test those sizes? I don't know. I'd love to ask her like how she figures out the sizes for her patterns, you know.
you know,
But I know what size I am, so I'm just like, how is mine so different?
I actually had Selena Baca come live with me a few months back.
Really?
Yes,
Good.
she is
I remember
sweet
that.
as can be.
How did I miss that? Looks like I'll be scrolling through your channel today.
Connie, are you a part of her academy?
No,
Okay.
but
I'm a part of her academy.
but probably at some point I'll probably try to ask her to see if she would come back live with me. But
Wow.
it was Dana with Dana Wonderless Crochet that encouraged
right.
me to ask, because she was talking about some stuff, you know, to do with Selena. And, you know, I say, oh, I would love to have her on my channel. But I'm like, you know, I figured it wasn't likely. And
I have so
like,
many questions. I have so many questions.
Isn't Dana, aren't they doing a weekend or something and Selena's going to be there, or has that already happened, Connie?
I don't know if it's happened or not.
I think Dana's here. Maybe she can answer that.
Yeah, I know Dana was here. But yeah, if you're still here, Dana, let us know. But one thing too, Selena Baca does do lives too. Her channel is called American Crochet Association.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm
It's
subscribed to that or a part of it, however you. But yeah, I'm on that.
That
Oh,
was
and by
a great
the way-
live that you did. I agree with Laura Lee.
Cynthia, as far as her butt
Answered, she says Dana swears by Selena Baca. She says she thinks it's in September for a weekend. What's that, Trish?
Oh, I was going to say Cynthia can't give me any credit for the buff puff because all I did was suggest a video and she watched it and she made it herself. So she gets all the credit.
No, Glinda, creative grandma, gets all the credit.
Well, yeah, she gets credit for her tutorial and her pattern.
Let's see. We also have Dreeny and Chris that joined us.
And Dream.
How are y'all? What are y'all working on? And I want to welcome everyone else too that has joined us. Some of y'all are welcomed in the chat. But anyway,
Sharon.
Oh, Sharon's here. Hi, how are you? And what are you working on? Okay, so I'm going to ask a few coffee questions to go with the coffee theme. Cynthia and Trish both drink coffee. And if y'all don't drink coffee in the chat, just tell me about what's your favorite thing to drink or what's in your cup. Okay, so how do y'all feel if y'all don't get y'all coffee in the morning?
Oh,
we'll start with Cynthia.
Go ahead, Trish. You're a bigger coffee drinker than I am.
I feel very sluggish and very foggy and not awake all day and very blasé, very unmotivated and tired. I mean, it is not a good day when I don't get coffee.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I can go without coffee, and there are times that I do, but I do find it does help perk me up more. Because sometimes I have those days like today that it takes me about 3 hours to really feel awake. Let's see. Dreeny, her beverage of choice is water. I got that here too. And Katrina says she's one grumpy wife in the morning if she don't have her coffee.
I feel you.
And oops. And let's see. Cindy says I have been drinking coffee. It helps keep me from being nauseated, and it seriously makes me feel the same. Laura Lee says she made a lot of summer fun freezies in the crochet magazine to take to the nurses in the hospital. They were all so wonderful. Sweet. I like what Chris wrote. I drink coffee to keep others safe.
Yeah.
And Crystal says, Dr. Pepper is my coffee. Spring says, I would dehydrate. Zola says, I'm okay without coffee. Morgie says, I'm not functional, and it's just part of her morning routine.
Yes.
Amy says, I'm a sluggish space queen without coffee. Sharon says, coffee or energy punch. I call it go-go juice.
Every now and then I'll have like, because I don't really like energy drinks. I don't like how they taste, but I did find something called Black Rifle, and it doesn't have like all the guarana blend and all of that. It's just basically a lot of caffeine and a lot of vitamins. And I don't like, it does give me energy, but it's not like a hyped up energy. And it's more of a natural energy, and I don't crash, like when I have energy drinks, I get all the energy, but then I'm just like crash and I'm done, So yeah, you guys should check out Black Rifle, not sponsored. So I like it, but when I don't have coffee, like when I run out of coffee the day before payday. Now and then on my way to work on a Saturday morning. Because I don't like the coffee from any of the convenience stores around me. So I'm like, it's looking like a Black Rifle day.
So typically I only drink coffee on the weekends with Mr. Joyful. That's kind of like our thing together because he loves coffee. Or if I'm doing an all-nighter, then I drink iced coffee. But most of the time, my morning drink is hot tea. But that's my morning drink, my mid-morning drink, my afternoon drink, my late afternoon drink, my evening drink.
He does the tea like I do the coffee,
And then I do water when I eat my meals. But yes.
Let's see. I see we have Charity and Laura that joined us. How are y'all and what are y'all working on?
Hello, friends.
And Anita says drinking mellow yellow, but I love an ice cold L8, I guess. I guess it's some type of like ginger ale is what I'm thinking.
That's what I would think. Laura Lisa, speaking of coffee, she's going for a refill.
Laura Lee says, that would be a horror. I don't think I have ever gone without my morning coffee. I always have 2 or 3 Folgers in my food storage. And Brenda says, coffee wakes me up and gets her motivated.
Yes.
Crystal says, I'll drink iced coffee on occasion. Sharon says, it's a Walmart brand drink powder with some caffeine in it. Oh, Crystal, just so you know, one thing you can do too to have your link dropped on my lives, if you type the word drop in the chat, it will automatically drop your channel link. I just recently found that out, so I programmed Nightbot to do it. Sometimes Nightbot is quite useful. Let's see. Spring says Black Rife is the best and run by veterans located in Tennessee.
Yeah, Black Rifle is actually, the company was founded by veterans, I believe. Good stuff.
I've never tried it. Let's see, we also have Erica here. How are you doing today, Erica? And what are you working on? And she loves Black Rife too. Trudy's busy with another baby jacket. And, oh, Brenda had to get a refill too. Oh, okay. Anita saying that L8, it's a Kentucky made, and it's a sold soda. Okay.
Huh.
And we also have Lucia and Flip Flops and Lollipops here. How are y'all? And what are y'all working on?
I just love the name of her channel. Every time I hear it, Flip Flops and Lollipops, like that was so inventive and creative.
That is super
fun to say. I mean, her channel name, you just can't help but smile. It just brings, I was trying not to say joy, but it brings joy. Don't say it.
Joy, 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 joy. Let's see. Lucia says she's drinking coffee. And Erica's working with Lion Brand ice cream yarn. Oh, that's some pretty yarn. To make a baby blanket, I'm using the Alpine stitch.
Oh,
wow. That is pretty.
Oh, Morgie's also going for another cup of coffee. Okay. So the next thing I'm curious about, how do you take your coffee and like, what's your favorite brand of coffee? So we'll start with Cynthia.
I don't really particularly have a favorite brand. But I definitely probably have a little coffee with my creamer. So it's very heavily creamed. I've tried drinking black coffee, but yeah, no. But now, which is funny, on my, my hot teas are all herbal teas, so they all have some kind of flavor, and I usually don't add anything to them. I just drink them as they are with the flavor. But on occasion, if it's like a green tea or like a, what do they call it, like a black peyote type tea, I will add just a drop of honey to it. But yeah, definitely I have coffee with my creamer.
How about you, Trish?
I have about 2/3 cup of coffee and a 1/3 cup creamer. So I have a lot of creamer with my coffee as well. I don't have a favorite brand. I really like Cameron's coffee and the different like flavors they have. But I actually just buy the Walmart brand, the Great Value Italian Sweet Cream. And that's the one I'm really addicted to. I don't really care for Coffee Mate or international coffees. I actually like the Italian Sweet Cream from Dollar General. But yeah, and I like the Italian Sweet Cream because then I don't have to add sugar to it. I drink tea occasionally. Like, I've already had 2 cups of coffee today, which I feel wasn't enough, but I'm actually having tea right now. My friend, because I did a ancestry DNA test, I think number 2 on the list was Scotland for my heritage. So my friend surprised me out of the blue and got me some Scottish teas. So what I'm drinking actually right now is Taylor's of Harrogate, black raspberry and raspberry tea infusion.
Ooh.
It's actually delicious. I don't care for plain tea too much. I mean, as far as just drinking it straight black, I can't do that with coffee either. It's too bitter. But I have to add sugar to my tea. So, especially the flavored and fruity teas, I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna put about 2 teaspoons of sugar in that cup. And now and then I like to make a hibiscus Kool-Aid. I have like a big pouch of dried hibiscus petals, flower petals, and I just steep them in water and then, put a lot of sugar in it. It's really good. But mostly, I mean, I don't have a favorite tea brand. I like Tezo a lot. But I don't drink a lot of tea. I'm mostly a coffee drinker, and I don't know. I think just any coffee that tastes good will work for me. So
for me, I love me some Starbucks. And I usually, I do a little creamer. I like the flavored creamers and some stevia. And like right now, my love is, and y'all, if y'all love cinnamon, y'all so have to try this. Like, I have the Starbucks cinnamon dolce coffee, but it could be any cinnamon flavored coffee with the cinnamon coffee creamer. I think Coffee Mate calls theirs cinnamon with vanilla cream, and then International Delight has Cinnabon flavored. Ooh, it is awesome. Y'all got to try it if you're a cinnamon lover.
Connie, I know it's not cinnamon, but have you ever tried the pumpkin spice creamer? Oh my gosh, I love that every fall. I might drink more coffee in the fall because of that creamer.
Yeah, I love the pumpkin spice coffee, the pumpkin spice creamer, which that makes me curious now. Are y'all for pumpkin spice or against pumpkin spice?
I think
Definitely
as
for.
far as tea goes, I like to go to Starbucks every once in a while for the chai latte with cinnamon dolce and added to it, and made with like heavy cream and stuff. That's really good. But I think pumpkin spice would be good added to chai tea or spice tea because it's already got those flavor elements in it. And I like to add creamer to some teas, like my Indian spice tea. I will add some Italian sweet cream to that. It is so good.
So let's see what everyone else says. But yeah, let us know in the comments if you like pumpkin spice or not.
I do.
Yeah, me and Julie Chaffee Maza, we always clown around because she don't like pumpkin spice.
Oh.
And I like it. We clown around about it. And let's see, where did I leave off? Okay. Flip flops and lollipops. She's also from Louisiana. Yeah, us Louisiana girls, we got to stick together. She says she looked at her feet and that were in flip flops, of course, and said, "Why not?" So that's how she came up with her name.
I love it. I love it.
And Katrina says Dunkin' Donuts and Tim Hortons, 2 sugar, 2 cream. And Katrina says whether it's store bought or at Tim Hortons. Laura Lee likes Folgers black. Spring says everything from black to a drop or two of creamer. And Dreeny says my hands have been bothering her, so she hasn't been crocheting for a couple of days, so she's gonna diamond paint. Aw. Yeah, I hope your hands feel better.
And that's great that she's got another craft that she can do to keep her happy.
Yeah, I've never tried the diamond painting.
Oh, it's fun. Now I haven't done it since I've gotten into yarn crafts, but it's an awesome craft. And let's see. Yeah, you finally quit my life. Yay, Christy. And Brenda says, I don't have a favorite brand. I like a bit of milk or creamer if we have it, and a little bit of brown sugar. I'm trying to use less sugar lately.
Try honey.
Yeah, that is another option.
Yeah. And if you want a good brown sugar substitute that doesn't spike blood sugar levels and stuff, try coconut sugar.
And let's see. Charity says she's a sloth without her coffee. And let's see. Flip flops and lollipops. Oh yeah, community coffee without a doubt. A little cream, but only the community coffee brand for her. Yeah.
I've heard so much about the community coffee brand. I've never tried it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, that's my second favorite brand. Frank loves community coffee. And like community coffee, they have flavors, and they put out a Mardi Gras blend around Mardi Gras.
Oh.
And Pam says Dr. Pepper's her coffee. And let's see. Christy's waiting for her food delivery from FedEx. And Laura Lee says her video's frozen.
Uh-oh.
And my chat just skipped on me. And it really jumped on me. Okay, I think I found my place. Yeah. Okay. Anita says a good strong black instant coffee.
Oh, wow. You have got some iron tongues if you can drink black coffee. Wow. Like I have sense.
It does depend on the coffee because we have a little local coffee shop here on our main street. And one day they had brought some coffee, and because we were with clients, I didn't want to be rude and not have some coffee. So I had some, but I didn't realize there was any creamer. And so all I did was poured a little bit of water in there to just kind of dilute it a little bit without anyone noticing. And I drank that coffee black, and I don't know what kind of coffee it was, but it was actually good. And like I told you, I have coffee with my creamer, but oh my gosh, I did drink that coffee black with just a little bit of water in it. It was really good. I went back for seconds.
Brenda, yeah. Brenda's saying, I have loved cinnamon everything since I was a little kid. Now you have me really wanting to try that. I'm a bad influence.
You enabler.
Yeah. But in a good way.
Yeah. Wear that title with pride, Connie.
Morgie says, every morning on my way to work, I go to Starbucks and get a hot white chocolate mocha. Ooh, yummy.
Oh, that sounds good.
And you know what? I don't know if I ever greeted Wanda today. I'm sorry if I didn't, but hi, Wanda. How are you, and what are you working on? Yeah, and hopefully
earlier, Connie.
Okay, good.
Yes.
And hopefully I didn't miss greeting anyone today. Some I was able to greet verbally, others I greeted in the chat. But like I always say, if I did, overlook greeting someone, it is not intentional. And let's see, Wanda says, I don't know where you are, but I was playing all over Iowa yesterday. And she says she'll be in Iowa in about 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. Where in Iowa?
Let's see.
She was saying that because I asked her earlier where she was at, her and Dana.
I was just trying to call Crystal Cynthia. Crystal says everybody has their own taste. Not for me. I won't say anything about pumpkin spice. And that's the thing. We all have our different,
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. If you don't like it, that's fine.
I actually enjoy smelling coffee more than I actually enjoy drinking it personally. But love the smell of coffee.
I need to know the black coffee that is, that you drank, Cynthia.
It's from the local shop. It's whatever their brand is. It's their personal brand.
Any coffee I've ever tried black has been just bitter for me, and I can't do bitter flavors. Some people love bitter flavors, but I'm not a bitter flavor kind of person. So
me neither. That's why I don't. You'll never see me drinking regular straight tea. It's always herbal tea. I've been drinking herbal tea since I was in my 20s.
See, with tea, I like the flavor.
Which is only 10 years ago.
And I add stevia to it. Let's see. Lucia says she loves pumpkin spice. And Anita, Yornborf is Christy. Spring don't like pumpkin spice or Starbucks.
That's what I was laughing at earlier when I read that.
Pumpkin puke and store yucks. And Christy, Queen Mama is Anita. And Brenda says, I do like pumpkin spice, but we are always running out because my son loves to make pumpkin pie. but he uses butternut squash because it's available all year round.
Oh.
I love butternut squash. I like cutting it up and kind of like baking it like French fries.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see. Pam says, I like pumpkin spice for some things and others not so much. And candles, yes. Oh yeah. I love pumpkin scented. But I do the wax torts, which is basically a candle.
Connie, we are so much alike. Are you sure you're not my sister from another mother?
Oh, hold on. Wait.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I got like at least 2 drawers with this stuff.
I do too. I love it.
And look, pumpkin apple muffins. I love the torts.
Yes.
I don't do tarts, but I do the little square wax melts.
That's a tart.
Yeah, that's the torts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's basically a candle without the wick.
Yep.
You use a warmer to.
Yeah, I have a wax burner and I do the wax melts too. I really love them.
Me too.
And I burn incense sometimes too.
Pam says, I like pumpkin spice for. Oh, I already read that part of her comment. Sorry. Says, in Hershey Kisses, no. They did a pumpkin spice Hershey Kiss?
I've never heard of that. Wow.
I've never heard of that.
Let's see. Laura says, I love the pumpkin spice in K-Cups. It's so good.
Yes, Laura. Yes.
I do K-Cups too.
And Cindy says, I always want to say Sydney instead of Cindy. She says, I like Colombian coffee. I drink it with creamer and 1 teaspoon of cane sugar. Dorla says, I do half caffeine with a flavored non-dairy creamer. Christy says, I love pumpkin. I usually make 1 pumpkin cake a week and devour it with Cool Whip. Ooh.
Yummy.
I do love a good pumpkin roll. Do y'all know what pumpkin rolls are?
Yeah. Kind of like the Swiss rolls without but with pumpkin instead. And Christy says, I just buy whatever coffee is on sale. I add a little liquid no-cal sweetener and milk. Laura Lee says, she froze so much pumpkin I could probably make 20 pies, but I'm not real fond of it.
Oh.
Now, there's certain things I'm not as fond of that's pumpkin, but there are a lot of things pumpkin-based, pumpkin spice that I like. Crystal says, somebody else has Dr. Pepper for their coffee. Morgie says, I cannot drink coffee without creamer and sweetener.
Yes.
And I just jumped again. Christy says, I take 1 8-ounce can of pumpkin puree and add 1 box of Betty Crocker spice mix, 3 eggs, half a cup of water, a little more sugar, and it makes a yummy cake. I add pumpkin and cinnamon spice too.
Sounds yummy.
Now, one thing I started doing, like in my area with the pumpkin spice seasoning, you could only find like the little bitty bottles, and they're expensive. So like usually I have all the seasoning you need to make pumpkin spice seasoning. So I just make a big jar of it. I find it's cheaper that way.
Right.
Yeah, you can find all kinds of spice mixes. And what I like to do with mine is buy the spices whole and then use like a spice grinder and just like have it like so fresh. It's like magic in my nose. I just
And Anita says, I don't drink coffee much, but when I do, I want it strong. Family calls it my John Wayne coffee.
Adorable.
Christy says, my pop would drink black coffee so strong that his coffee cup was permanently stained. He would drink it when it was hours old.
Wow. That's brave.
That's dedicated.
Right?
Crystal says stitch markers and Dr. Pepper. And Christy's saying that she bakes hers in the toaster oven. About 40 minutes later, it's done. It's so good and it stays moist longer than a regular box cake. Ooh, interesting. And Spring says a pinch of baking soda and the grounds will take out the bitter taste in brewed coffee.
Huh.
And
us getting educated. I'm learning a lot today.
I know. And what's funny is that I had other questions prepared and stuff, and it's like we're still on the coffee questions.
Connie, I may have to steal this question from my next question. Is on coffee, because I'm learning a lot. May I borrow your coffee question?
Sure.
Be ready, Trish. Next week.
But usually, like, my Coffee with Connie lives, I like to ask a couple of coffee questions. But sometimes sometimes I ask the same question, but it's always different responses you get. So
Right.
It's really kind of neat hearing what everyone says. Does
anybody have a Scooters? Because we've got Scooters here, and they have an iced one that I will drink. It's a Caramelicious, and it is so good. I like to get it with whipped cream and stuff. So I don't.
You said Scooters?
Yeah, the place is called Scooters.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either.
And we just got them like all over Iowa, but I don't know if it's like, it seems like it would be kind of like a chain, and I don't know if it's just a Midwest kind of thing but yeah, we got Scooters coffee here, and I love their Caramelicious. They're not like a full store or anything. They look like little huts, and it's just a drive-through. So, but yeah, they got a Caramelicious that is absolutely heavenly. And you can get it hot or cold. I always just get it cold, like an iced Caramelicious, and then, my daughter, she's got to have the strawberry banana smoothie. Their smoothies are really good too.
Sweet. Oh, smoothies are yummy. And I don't know if y'all remember Orange Julius.
Yes.
Oh, those
As
were
a
good.
teenager at the mall.
So, Connie, I'm just curious, since we're talking coffee, if we have any frappe lovers. I'm a big frappe lover.
I love frappes or
frappes, okay,
or whatever you want to call them.
Right.
Yes, I love.
I know there's like a difference between a frappe and a cappuccino and all of that, but I couldn't tell you which is which.
Cappuccinos are usually hot.
Right. And then, of course, they've got the Cool Whip. And
is a frappuccino then just like a cold cappuccino?
Yes. Yeah. It usually has like chunky bits of ice in it.
Sometimes they put ice cream in it.
Yes, they do. They do actually, yeah.
I think the ice cream ones are the best.
Of course.
I haven't had one of those in forever. But they're so good. But you can also, there's recipes online that you can make your own in your blender.
Oh yeah,
Todd
I
makes
have
them
a
for me
frappe
all the
setting on
time.
mine.
Okay, and let's see. Cindy says, I love squash too. Yummy. Oh, I don't think I read Charity's comment. She said, I had coffee that my husband brewed this morning with great value cinnamon French toast creamer and sugar-free vanilla flavor. Ooh, nice. And Christy says, when I was trucking, I drank 1 cup of Store Yucks caramel macchiato and then proceeded to drive 743 miles straight. She was wired for sound.
She was wound for sound. Holy cow.
Julia says Dr. Pepper is her lifeline. And Christy says, I tried putting some vanilla flavored boost in my coffee this morning. It wasn't bad at all. Anita only likes the torts that smell like food. Yeah, I like the like baked good scents, the fruity smell of smell scented ones. I can't talk today. Uh yeah, those are my favorite. Or the coffee scents, I like those too.
Yes.
Let's see. Brenda says today seems to be the day she's learning new things. Now for the hard part, remembering. Let's see. Okay, Morgie, you have a good day. And Linda says, I only use pumpkin for my fur baby when she has some issues. Erica says, I prefer a dirty chai latte instead of pumpkin spice.
What's a dirty chai latte? I love chai latte, by the way.
Me too, but I've never heard dirty chai.
I haven't either. It sounds naughty, so I'll probably want it.
Brenda says my dad drank black coffee too. He would joke that he liked it so strong that it was thick. Katrina says I sprinkle a little bit of salt in my coffee and the maker to get rid of the bitterness, and that helps too.
Salt?
That's what she's saying, yep.
Oh.
But it makes sense because that's why normally they add salt to like hot chocolate. So that does make sense. Linda says espresso is my favorite coffee. And my chat jumped again. It's jumping a lot today. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they never heard of scooters. Linda says with a little sand bokeh in it.
No.
And let's see. Lucia enjoys the frappe and cappuccinos. Zola likes them. Oh, we have Mama G and Jen that joined us. How are y'all and what are y'all working on?
Hello, guys.
And Wanda says white chocolate mocha frappuccino. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you know what would be good? Some raspberry with that, like a white chocolate raspberry. Oh.
And Erica says it's a chai latte with a shot of espresso.
Oh, yeah. I'll take the dirty. See, I knew that I would like that.
And Wanda says, I like coconut oil in my hot coffee.
Okay. Oh, yeah. MCT oil and stuff. That's supposed to be really good for you.
Let's see. And I'm not sure if Anita's leaving or not. She says, y'all have a wonderful day. So if you're leaving, Anita, I hope you have a wonderful day. Yeah. Crystal, today is the last day for people to enter my collab giveaway. And the channels participating will pick their winners sometime between tomorrow and the 22nd. So you can do your video on any of those 3 days. And once you get your video up, send me the link because I'm going to be doing a playlist with all the videos. That way to keep it easy and simple. And then I am planning to do another collab giveaway the month of December to celebrate Christmas and my 2-year podiversary.
Woo woo!
So I do want to do another one. I just don't know, like, it's like I like having, like, whoever wants to join in be able to join in. My only concern with it like being too big is I do find that YouTube is worse for recognizing things as spam. So that's the one thing that, like, I don't know how many channels I'll have participating on the next one. But I do have concerns, like if it gets too large. Because that was one thing, like, where I stressed, like, don't copy paste your comments. Make your comments as unique as possible, because YouTube will detect things as spam sometimes that actually isn't. And I know, like, sometimes they'll delete comments and stuff like that. So that's another thing I advise when you enter those big giveaways. Check to make sure your comments doesn't disappear, after a few days. Okay, so next I want to show y'all some free patterns that I found on Ravelry. And today, they're going to be crochet tote bag patterns. And all these patterns are in the description box of today's live.
Hey, Maribel.
Yeah, hi, Maribel. How are you doing and what are you working on? Okay, so let me pull up these patterns for y'all. Okay, the first one is the rainbow sunburst tote bag.
That's pretty.
I really love this one. And this is by Deanna Hart. But I love how it has, like, the grainy squares with the flowers. And I love grainy squares with flowers. I think that's so beautiful. There's a better picture of it.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, I think that's like my favorite one that I'm sharing today. Let's see. The next one, speaking of Selena Baca, this is the Wheat Heath backpack by Selena Baca. And that's what this one looks like.
That's pretty with fan stitch, I think.
Let's see. She has it in different colors too. And it's always funny how using different colors just makes something look totally different.
Yeah, it does actually. Don't judge a pattern by someone else's colors.
And really, that is true. And another thing I do want to point out on this, this one, there is a version of the pattern that you can pay for. But if you click on where it says visit pattern website, that takes you to the free pattern.
Selena Baca on, I actually have it in my Amazon cart, has a book on, like, market bags and different, like, types of bags and purses and stuff. And I think it's just all, like, different styles of market bags and beach bags and stuff. So, yeah. I forget what it's called, though, but it's on Amazon.
Yeah, Selena Baca has a lot of pattern books on Amazon.
Mm.
She's very creative.
Just when I think I own all her books, something pops up. So
Yeah, I think she's working on another one. Let's see, we have Zach that joined us. Hi, Zach. How are
Hey,
you doing
Zach.
today? And what are you working on? So I have 3 more patterns I want to share with y'all. This one is called Easy Market Bag by Loops and Love Crochet.
that's
And
cute.
this is one that, the color combinations you can do. You could do so much with this. Changing the colors up.
Yeah.
And the next one, let's see. Oops, I hit the wrong button.
Connie, have you seen that new market bag that Crystal from Bag a Day just did?
The Japanese knot bag. Yeah.
Yes. That is so cute.
I don't think I saw that one yet.
You'll have to go look at it. Ola Joe, Andrea, showed it on her channel. She made one and showed it Tuesday.
Bago Day has like the best patterns. It's like I would love to be able to design like she does.
Yes. There's that time again. I need more time.
But it seems like, I mean, she can just whip them out fast.
Yes. I love that one.
This tote bag is Solid Granny Square Bottom Bag by Crochet with Claire.
Oh,
That's cute.
And you can do it different colors. You can do this one solid. Like another color combination. And let's see. Oh, here's another variety.
I like that.
Oh, here's one with it purple and white. Ooh, and these are some darker colors. Ooh.
I like that.
Especially like the purple and white one.
yeah, me too. That's my favorite one.
And then I have one more to show y'all. Okay, this one is Mermaid Market Bag by, I have no clue how to say the name. It looks like Mary Porco or Marie Porco, something like that. And this one, I like the colors too. And you could have fun with the different color combinations. But like I said, all of these patterns, the links are in the description box of today's live, and they're all crochet-free patterns. And let's see. I want to check to see if I've missed anything. It looks like everyone's commenting on the pattern.
So Connie and Trish, I am going to have to go. I have to be to work in 5 minutes. So luckily it's just down the road. But I want to thank you, Connie, for having me here. Trish, you know, it's always a pleasure and a delight. And you guys, please give Miss Connie some thumbs up. This has been a great morning. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being here. I've learned a lot.
I enjoyed having you, Cynthia, and I hope you have a good day.
Well, thank you.
Have a wonderful day at work, Cynthia.
Thank you. Yeah, everyone be joyful.
We're fixing to wrap up too.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Cynthia. So, Trish, do you have anything that you would like to say before we wrap things up?
Not too much. I feel like I've already talked everything during the live. But, you know, just check out my channel. If you like it, please subscribe. And, I got the Make Along with Cynthia, where we pick a pattern from a channel every month. And we try to feature some small channels. So whoever has crochet tutorials or would like to be a featured channel, but you have to have at least 2 crochet tutorials, because this is how we're doing it every month. That way we get to feature a channel and bring awareness to it. And also, it's an opportunity to not have to buy a book or buy a pattern or anything to participate. So all you have to do is go onto YouTube, watch the tutorial. Anyone can participate, and then send us the photos at the end of the month. And for the month of May, we chose 2 patterns from the Crafty Yarn Owl, Darla. So she's our featured channel for May. So exciting. And
Darla's such a sweetheart.
She is. I love her. And I'm, like I said in the beginning of this live, I'm working on her new crochet top, which is not one of the 2 patterns that we chose for our make along, but I'm still doing it anyway. So yeah, just subscribe to Cynthia's channel, subscribe to mine if you like my channel. Hang out with us on Thursday night. Tonight, me and Cynthia are doing the Joyful Yarnivores live. And we try to keep it to an hour, but it doesn't always happen that way. As you know, Connie, it's not easy to keep it to.
It's not. And that's one thing, Barbara with Crochet Therapy, she is really good at keeping things on a timetable.
Wow.
So maybe she'll start rubbing off on me being able to stick to, finishing up at a certain time.
Yeah, it's not easy. And time flies too. Like it goes by so fast. You don't even realize that an hour has gone by.
Because that's like there were other things today that I wanted to talk about, and it's like we just didn't get there today. But
that's okay.
But I did forget to mention earlier that if y'all haven't checked out Cynthia's or Trisha's channel, please do so. And I do have their channel links in the description box of today's live, and they are pinned to the top of the chat too. But yeah, and I do want to thank you, Trish, for coming live with me, you and Cynthia both. And
I appreciate you having me on here. Thank you so much for extending the invitation and being flexible with your schedule to get me on my day off. I know I'm not, I don't have the weekends off, so it's hard to, make those arrangements. And I really appreciate that you did that.
You're welcome. And I want to thank everyone for watching today, coming hang out with us. I hope y'all enjoyed today's live and hope I gave y'all some laughs. And again, those that are watching on replay, I do want to welcome y'all and leave a comment, answer the questions we asked today. I'd love to hear your answers. And I think that pretty much covers everything.
Yes.
So I hope y'all all have a fabulous yarny day. Be the light, and bye.
Bye.